All right, guys, Coach Jim here, Tower 26, Chords and Core session. Welcome, thanks for joining. So in our open water skill building phase, we're going to do some chords based on some of those skills that we're working on here. Also, we're going to progress through our efforts. Remember, 60% easy, 70% low end aerobic, 80% mid aerobic range, 90% fast. So make sure we don't take it out too fast. We don't work too hard when we're not supposed to. So in that case, we have that energy when it is time to work hard, and we can really notice the difference in our stroke. No different than when we go to the pool. We go 60% is easy, not a hard stroke, all the way up to 90% fast. We're really moving and really putting a lot of power into our stroke. We'll work on that. Let's get into our warm-up first. Let's do some Y, T, W, L. Let's make sure you pull those shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and move from that scapula as you move through the Y, T, W, L. Keep the shoulders back, and you're moving through that upper back, just as when you're swimming and you enter, you're reaching from that upper back, elbow up, you're engaging the scapula, and you're pulling through as that shoulder blade comes down your back. We want to get that movement in our upper back started right away. So that's why we're doing our Y, T, W, L. You can hold it a beat at each position. And just make sure you squeeze those shoulder blades together as you move through the movement pattern. This is something you want to do every time before you get in the water. Just get that upper back firing and get some good mobility in those rotator cuffs and that scapula. Let's do one more. All right, good. Check it out. Thumb up at your hip. You're going to bring the thumb up. Keep your trap relaxed. Thumb up. You're going to use the scapula to bring the arm around. As the arm comes through the top, you rotate the pinky back. Stay on your feet. I'm just showing you. Thumb comes up. Rotate the pinky back all the way around to your waist. Same movement pattern back, pinky up, rotate the thumb back as you come through the top, down to the waist. Make sure you're nice and slow and controlled using the scapula as you come through. And this is the feeling you want on your recovery, guys. You want to use that scapula to open that arm on that recovery, and it's going to give you a lot of room to enter with those fingertips if you're doing this right. Let's switch sides, go to the other side. Rotate that pinky back, come to the hip, keep the hand in the same position, then rotate that thumb back as you come through the top. Hips are square to the front. Trap is relaxed. Relax that trap next to your neck. And one more time, back to the start. Good. Check it out. All right, let's just do some streamlined squats. Get your arms above your head. Squeeze your ears with your biceps. All you're going to do is squat down and press up through your heels. Reach those glutes back. Don't let yourself fall forward. The further forward you fall, the more work you have to do on those glutes. If you're squatting down and you're forced to come into this position, we have some compromised glutes, and we need to work some squats and some more glute strength into your routine. But every time you push off the wall, you want to be in this position with your biceps squeezing your ears, and you're reaching from that upper back. The upper back is squeezed together, and you're trying to stay as upright as possible. Let's go 2 more. Good, check it out. All right, so grab your chords. We're gonna break down our stroke as we've been doing in these sessions in our warm-up. We're gonna break down our stroke into thirds. So the first third is the setup. Remember, we want tension on your chords, so we don't want you too close so you can't get tension at the front end. See, this is no tension at the front end. We want tension. So you got to take a step back so your arms are extended and there's tension on your quads. So the the setup phase, we're just going to get our elbows out, open our armpits, and then we're going to return back to the start. The third is just propel through the stroke. And then the third is finish the stroke. And then the last segment, we put it all together. So we're gonna go 20 minutes at each segment. Remember, the first segment is just opening your armpits, getting your hands into the correct position. There's no propulsion. So let's go 20 seconds in our setup. Here we go in 2, 1. Set it up, back to the start. Set up, back to the start. Open your armpits, externally rotate your elbows, and then go right back to the start. Arms are extended in the Y position as you start at the beginning of the stroke. Now we're going to go from the end range of that motion and we're just going to propel through the stroke. Elbows up, armpits open. You're not doing the full stroke. All you're doing is working on the propulsion right now. And feel those shoulder blades move down your back as you press those hands through. 2, 1. Now we just finished the stroke. Just from the hips back, feel the triceps work. Flat hand pressing that water all the way through. We've been doing this long enough. If you've been doing this all year with us, you should go to the pool and you should really be feeling this area of the stroke as you finish. Every single pull through. 2, 1. Full stroke. Set up, propel through, finish. Get those armpits open. Keep them open as you press through. And finish with that flat hand. Nice, easy effort, guys. 2, 1. Good. This warm up, we're just getting the movement pattern down. We're not worried about how hard we're going. It's nice and easy, just feeling it. Let's get down in our plank position. You're gonna get on your elbows. You're gonna hold a plank. But at your own pace, you're just gonna drop both knees, keeping your belly button sucked into your spine, not allowing that upper body to move at all. You're gonna tap the ground with the knees and return back to that straight leg position. Here we go. 45 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go, guys. So your own pace, drop those knees down. Suck that belly button into your spine. Squeeze those glutes. Just as you do while you're swimming. The belly button has to be sucked in, engaging that core. Don't allow your upper body to move as you drop those knees. Press those heels away from you as you lock those knees out. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, get in the downward dog position. Reach your tailbone away from you, press through your hands. Drop your head, shake your head out. Feel that upper back stretch, feel your calves, hamstrings. Now move into your push-up position. Suck the belly button in, curl your hips under you. And then back to downward dog. Press those hands away from you. Reach that tailbone up. Drop your heels. Back to push-up position. Curl your hips under. And in the downward dog one more time. And back to push-up position. Good. Grab your cords. Let's go through our movement pattern one more time. Let's break it down in thirds. Really get that armpit open, elbows up. Here we go. 20 seconds in your setup position. Notice my arms extended at the front. My wrists are locked out, guys. The wrists have to stay locked out. And you're using the elbows to get the hands into the correct position. You're not breaking the wrists to get there. Break the wrists, the elbow drops. Wrists stay firm, elbows come out. Here we go, 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, set up. Wrists stay firm, elbows rotate out, allowing you to get those. Look at your wrists, guys. Everybody look up and look at your wrists, that extension. When you extend your arms out, look at your wrists. Are they locked out? I see some broken wrists. Lynn, take a step back. Lock out your wrists. Good, Len. Way to fix it. Good. Good. Kuno, get those elbows out more. More open armpits. 2, 1. From the end of that position, drive those hands through. Propel. Just from the end of that position. You're not setting it up. You're just open armpit. Liz, slow it down and keep those armpits open. Your armpits are dropping. There you go. There you go. Very nice. Keep those elbows up more, Crane. 2, 1. Finish your stroke from your hips back. Flat hand. Press it through. Very small movement. Feel those triceps burn as you extend. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Full thing. Set it up. Power through. Finish. Remember, this is 60%. We're not just cranking it out. Feel every component of the stroke. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Good. All right, your plank position. Now, if you want to progress this movement, we went 2 knees last time. You can alternate right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, tapping the ground with each at your own pace. Here we go, 45 seconds, get in that plank position. 2, 1, let's go. If you want, just go with both knees again, or you can alternate, do both knees, right knee, left knee, both knees. But keep that upper body stable. Cut all movement off of the hips. Big deep breaths, curl those hips under you. Good, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Get in that downward dog position. Press up through those hands, reach the tailbone away from you, stretch that upper back. Drop your head, shake it out. Drop those heels. Feel those calves, hamstrings stretch. The further you reach that tailbone away from you, the more of a stretch you feel. In the push-up position, curl your hips under, hold it for a beat. Back in the downward dog. One more time, back to push-up position. And on your feet, shake it out. Let's get a drink. Good job, guys. All right, next round we're gonna do some one arm pulls. So we're gonna alternate three. We're gonna go 3 pulls with our left, 3 pulls with our right. Right? So by thinking about just one arm at a time, you should really be able to dial into those 3 segments of the stroke. So all you're gonna do is arms extension. You're gonna just go 3 with your left arm. Back to the start, 3 with your right arm. And we're gonna alternate that pattern for a minute. 1 minute. We're still at a 60% effort, nice and easy. Just thinking about how you're moving through each and every stroke. You're never letting that elbow drop. Wrist is staying firm, and you're getting that hand in the setup position with the elbow externally rotating. And from that position, you're powering through the stroke, accelerating front to back. 60% effort. We're going to alternate every 3 for 1 minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So go 3 with your left. And you alternate your fingertips as you get that elbow out. Should come into a half diamond position in order to allow them to travel under the shoulder all the way through your stroke. If you're not getting those hands into the half diamond position as you pull through, you're probably pulling a little wide. Remember, your wrists are locked out at the front of your stroke. Look at the hand that's not pulling. It should be straight from your shoulder to your fingertips. There should be no break. Five seconds. 2, 1. Good. All right, so we're gonna get into it on our back. Your legs are gonna be your knees are gonna be bent at 90 degrees. Point your toes, and all you're gonna do is come up, hands on your ears. You're gonna come up to your opposite elbow, opposite knee, and then you're gonna roll through the abs to the other side. Roll through the abs to the other side. So you're coming down, opening up that chest. And coming opposite knee, opposite elbow. You're not doing a bicycle crunch. You're keeping your knees bent at 90 degrees the whole way. 45 seconds. Nice and controlled. Roll through the abs side to side. 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Control it. Feel that chest open. Feel that scapula squeeze together as you come back to the start position. And move to the opposite side. Keep those knees bent at 90 degrees. Keep them stable. Don't let them move. Hands on your ears or on the side of your head. You're not yanking your neck. You're using your core to move side to side. 3, 2, 1. All right, feet down, knees still bent, knuckles on the ground, elbows on the ground, forearms on the ground. You're just gonna come up. Keep your scapula and your lower back pressed into the ground. Come up and down. These are floor angels. Feel that upper back stretch as you move those arms up, leaving your knuckles, forearms, elbows on the ground as you do. Chest is open. And you're really feeling that upper back, scapula. Move those arms up and down. There's too much movement in this mobility work here. You're using your shoulders too much. You got to use the upper back, but it should be a very small movement if you are. Let's go 2 more. All right, good. On your feet. Let's go 3 right, 3 left again. Still at our 60% effort. Think about how you're moving. Pay attention to that lead arm that's not stroking. The lead arm that's not stroking, I don't want to bend in that as you're stroking with the opposite arm. Keep that wrist locked out as if you're swimming. When you're swimming and you're stroking with this arm isn't bent. This wrist isn't bent. It's straight out, allowing you to drive yourself forward. This wrist is bent. You're causing all this drag, this frontal drag, because that wrist is bent. The fingertips have to be straight out. So as you stroke, you could be driving yourself forward with as much efficiency as you can. So 3 left, 3 right, 60 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1. Open the armpit, elbow out, wrist is firm. 60%. Make sure you're finishing each stroke. Look at that lead arm. How's that wrist, guys? Is that wrist locked out? CJ, finish that stroke, man. Finish your stroke. There you go. Press that water back. There you go. Much better, guys. Come all the way through the stroke and accelerate front to back, Aronson. Just because we're at 60% effort doesn't mean we don't accelerate front to back. We always move faster through the stroke, no matter what effort we're at. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Good. Right on your back. Let's go opposite arm, opposite elbow, opposite knee. 2, 1. 45 seconds. Roll through those abs. Use that core to lift the elbow to the opposite knee. Point those toes. Remember, you're not yanking on your neck. Your lower back is pressed into the ground. Good. 10 seconds, guys. Stay with it. Three, 2, 1. Feet down, knees bent. Press your lower back into the ground. Elbows, forearms, knuckles stay on the ground as you reach up. Keep that chest open. Those fingertips should only be reaching up maybe 6 inches, maybe 8 inches. Your eyes are looking straight up. But you're really feeling that upper back reach or stretch as you move those fingertips away from you. So 2 more. All right, good. All right, on your feet. All right, so we're in our open water skill building phase, and a big part of that is our race takeout effort. So you hit it hard, and then you settle back into your race pace. So our race pace is 80% effort. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna do 1 minute effort, a 1 minute effort where the first 20 seconds is fast, and the remaining 40 seconds is at about 80% mid aerobic range, right? So we're working on some big power, and then we're recovering at our tempo pace. So we're gonna do that for 1 minute. Get a feel for it on number 1. We're gonna do it 4 times through, all right? So the first one, you might have to play with the effort a little bit, but I want you to go hard for 20 seconds. We're gonna go both arms at the same time. Good, quick, strong acceleration through each stroke. After 20 seconds, we're gonna back it down for 40 seconds at around an 80% effort. Here we go. 20 seconds, fast. 3, 2, 1. And when you say fast, that just means you're accelerating through the stroke with huge power. Come on, guys. Get after it. Just like it's race takeout. Come on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now back it down. Stay with the effort. You're just at more of an aerobic effort. So just back down. the acceleration through the stroke. We have 30 more seconds here, so you have to back it down even more to get through it. That's fine, but don't give up on it. This is how we make the adaptations and we get used to the stress. 10 seconds. Complete each stroke. 5, 2, 1. Good. All right, you're gonna do side plank. Everybody on your right elbow. We're just gonna hold the side plank for 40 seconds. Suck the belly button in. Every time you stroke and you rotate, you need to be feeling this engagement of a side plank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. If you have a tough time stacking your feet, go left foot in front of right foot. You're fine, stack your feet. Open up that chest, reach that hand, that top hand away from you. Squeeze the scapula together. Suck your belly button in. Big deep breaths. Every time you rotate, this is the feeling you want of this engagement. 2, 1. All right, on your back, elbows, knees bent, fingertips pointing to the sky, elbows on the ground, straight out from your shoulders. You're just gonna drop your palms to the ground, bring them up, drop your knuckles to the ground. Lower back stays pressed into the ground. Upper back stays pressed into the ground. Just work that internal, external rotation. Hold it at the end range of each movement for a beat before going back to the start position. So 2 more. Good. On your feet. Shake it out. All right, let's go back to our 20 seconds fast, 40 seconds tempo. And how'd the last round go? Should be a little bit painful, but you got to adapt to that stress. That's swimming, guys. In the foreign median, sure, it's easier to do in the bike, it's easier to do in the run, but when you're in the water, to go hard and then back it down, it's foreign to a lot of us, so we got to practice it. Here we go, 20 seconds fast. 2, 1. Big acceleration. Open those armpits. Keep them open all the way through and finish that stroke with the flat hand. Eyes are pointed straight down. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back down the acceleration. Not totally easy. That mid aerobic effort. Let's work, guys. 30 seconds to go. Keep those wrists firm. Get into that setup position by externally rotating your elbows. 20 seconds. Finish each stroke. 10 seconds. 5, 2, 1. Good. All right, on your left elbow, left side plank, 45 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. If you have a tough time, bring that right foot in front of your left. Otherwise, stack your feet. Open up that chest. Stack that right shoulder blade on top of the left. Suck your belly button in. Squeeze those glutes together. Bring those hips forward. Don't let them sink back. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. On your back, knees bent. Internal, external rotation. Remember, hold it for a second. At the end range of each motion, you're looking straight up. Eyes are at the ceiling. Big deep breaths. Keep your lower back pressed into the ground. So 2 more. Good, on your feet. Get a drink if you need it. All right, go back to our 20 seconds fast, 40 seconds tempo. Should be feeling these guys. I want to see a difference in that effort. The first 20 versus the back 40. So get aggressive on the first 20 and really settle into that tempo on the back 40. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Eyes are straight down. Full stroke. Don't shorten it just because you're going fast. 10 seconds. Good. You guys are looking great. 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. 80%. Still have acceleration through the stroke. Open the armpits. Rely on those big lat muscles to power the stroke. Come out to that full extension at the beginning of every stroke. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice work, guys. Let's go on your right elbow, right side plank. 45 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1. Right side plank. You want to take that top hand, reach it under your armpit, and come back to the start position. Got a little bit of instability. Keep that core nice and taut as you reach through that armpit. Keep those hips square to the front. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. On your back. Internal, external rotation. Press that lower back into the ground. Palms to the floor. Back to the start position. Knuckles to the floor. Keep your upper arm and elbow on the ground as you rotate palms to knuckles. Don't let that upper arm or elbow come off the ground. So 2 more. All right, good. On your feet. 1 more round. All right, here we go. 20 seconds fast, 40 seconds tempo. Keep the stroke together. All right, here we go, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Feel that upper back reach as you extend those fingers away from you at the beginning of each stroke. 5 seconds. 2, 1, back it down. Reach those fingertips away from you. Externally rotate the elbows. Accelerate through the stroke. Finish with that flat hand, extended tricep. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. Stay with it. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, on your left elbow. Here we go. 45 seconds. 2, 1. Reach those fingertips away from you. Stack those shoulder blades. You're going to reach that right arm through the left armpit. Keep the core engaged. Suck the belly button into the spine. "15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. On your back. Internal, external rotation. Keep those elbows, upper arm on the ground. Lower back pressed into the ground. Those elbows straight out from those shoulders. Don't let them drop down or reach too far up as you rotate. So 2 more. Good. All right, shake it out. Get a drink. All right, so we just went ballistic, so we're gonna bracket down to finish off. We're gonna do work on our timing, right? So a lot of us are just too rushed in our stroke. We're like a helicopter. We're pulling our left arm. We're pulling our left arm before our right arm gets to the front, and we don't get good purchase on the water because of it. We want to get that front quadrant. Be more patient with the stroke. Front quadrant, front quadrant. A lot of us miss that front quadrant because as we're recovering with our left arm, we start pulling with our right arm. You want to wait, pull as that left arm fingertips are hitting the water. So that's why we work on alternating right, left. Because when you go to the water, I want you guys getting the same feel. You're going to pull with your left while your right is extended. Back to the start, pull with the right while the left's extended. So we're going to do that for 1 minute at a 70% effort, just thinking about the timing of the stroke. So it's not too hard, not too tough of an effort, but I want you to think about that timing, then make sure you take that timing to the pool and don't rush your stroke, which is a typical triathlete thing to do. Here we go. 1 minute, 70% effort, alternate. 2, 1, eyes are straight down. You're still setting up, propelling through and finishing. But just notice how you're waiting till that front hand, that recovering hand gets back to the start. before you pull the opposite hand. Over exaggerate this when you're swimming, guys. And if you really want to feel all that core engagement we work on, and you over exaggerate this, you're going to feel it all come together and say, oh, that's what he means. It should feel like a side plank as I swim. Ten seconds, keep that alternating. 5, 2, 1. All right, on your back. Fingertips are going to be straight up. Toes are pointed, knees are 90 degrees. You're going to drop your right knuckle to the ground, extend your left toe. Back to the start. Left knuckle to the ground. Extend your right leg. Back to the start. All right. 45-second dead bugs. Here we go. 2, 1. Reach the fingertips away. Reach the toes away. Keep the lower back pressed into the ground. Your eyes are pointed straight up. That hand and knee that stay at the start position are not moving. They're stable. Use your core to move the arms and the legs. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, on your feet. We're going to alternate one more time. For 1 minute, 70% effort. Here we go. Think about that timing. Give you better ability to breathe. Here we go. 1 minute, alternate. 2, 1. Let's go. Still accelerating front to back. You're finishing your stroke with that flat hand. Starting with that extended position, wrists locked out. Wrist stays locked out, elbow rotates to the wall on the side of you. Really focus on the timing of that pull. Be patient with that lead arm as that opposite arm recovers. You do it right and you feel that full stroke, you'll never want to feel anything different. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. On your back. Dead bugs. Here we go. 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Control it. Keep your lower back pressed into the ground. Reach those toes, reach those fingertips away from you. Notice how the core is what is controlling the connection between the upper body and the lower body on this. That's what swimming is. That's why the core stays engaged. So you don't move as two parts, upper body and lower body. It's one succinct unit. And the core is what connects those two parts to keep them intact. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, on your feet, check it out. Give yourself a hug. Stretch out that upper back. Rotate around a little bit, shake it out. All right, guys, great work. Did some good solid stuff here. Now you go relate all that to the pool. and have some fun, report back how these exercises worked and how how you related them to the pool. Really think about that timing of the stroke and be patient in that recovery arm or that pulling arm and that opposite arm's recovery. So go have a great week, guys. I'll see you on all the rides this week. On the runs, I'll be in your area on the runs. So take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for joining, guys. Coach Jim out. Bye.